compliment you, Minister, on the great work you've done since your appointment. And to be honest, as somebody who knows you personally well, I would have expected no less. But under such trying and testing times, I think you have proven yourself to be a hands-on minister, and the progress under the circumstances that you have made in such a short space of time is admirable. I would like to comment, Minister, I'm not going to go into all the different schemes and all the different money that's been spent. While it's all welcomed, I welcome the In This Together and the Keep Well campaigns, along with the Community Call campaign. I'm a rural person. I would just like to highlight a couple of what I would see very important issues when it comes to isolation, when it comes to rural life, and when it comes to the trials and tribulations that so many people and families have gone through in the last year and seems to be on the horizon for the foreseeable future. When it comes to bereavement, when it comes to isolation, when it comes to children homeschooling, missing their friends. And the biggest problem we would all collectively say we have had in this country with mental health and the lack of treatment for same is the inability of people to admit, look, I may have a problem here, I may have an issue. And what I even hear people saying now, and I can actually sense it myself in some conversations I'm having, oh, aren't we lucky the virus didn't cross the threshold? Aren't we lucky we didn't have a bereavement? So people are nearly ashamed to say, I'm down, I'm not handling this well, I'm missing my friends, I'm missing my school friends, I'm missing my night at bingo, I'm missing going to mass, I'm missing the trip to the shop, and I'm not handling it well, but am I lucky? Nearly, you know, and I think it's going to be so important, Minister, as we come through this, that those people are got to, and other than awareness campaigns, media charges, but I think if you could brief through the different departments, volunteers, like in the GA, when the people come back, sooner rather than later, I would hope, but when they come back to their training sessions, that maybe the GA club is conscious and would maybe even have an officer to try and identify people who they think they may see a massive change in from before the lockdown or before they were sent away. Likewise, through education, it's something the teachers and principals and school staff. Often we talk about the role of the teacher in identifying problems from outside the class, within the class. It's often the caretaker, the secretary, the SNA, who will see a change in activity in the playground or on the sports pitch, or even in how somebody's appearance in the time they're arriving in comparison to the time they used to arrive. You know, there's little things that the teacher may not even see or the principal may not see. I think we need an awareness campaign, because we're going to all need collectively to be looking out for so much more than we had before. And the biggest problem we're going to have is people are going to suppress their feelings. As I said, and I know I'm repeating myself, people who are down now don't realise they're down. They actually think they're lucky because, as I say, they have avoided the pandemic or the disease getting across the threshold. People who have bereavements, and I don't know how we're going to handle this, Minister, but it's going to need a lot of debate and a lot of discussion, and it's going to have to be a national collective approach as to how we commemorate the people we've lost, but how we do it in a way that goes in some way to meeting the needs of the bereaved. Look, Ireland, we do bereavement, and I don't want to sound flippant, we do bereavement better than anywhere in the world. And I think that adds to our strong mental health post having a family bereavement. That's been taken away also. There are people wallowing in sorrow who cannot get out and express that sorrow and have not actually grieved properly. And I think it's possibly going to be the biggest mental health issue we are going to have to cross post-pandemic or in living with the pandemic going forward, and it's going to have to be addressed nationally. Let it be a national commemoration day is brilliant, and to commemorate the people and recognise the people that we so sadly unfortunately have lost, but I don't know will it go far enough to helping the families of those people to get over the loss they have expressed and that they haven't been able to grieve. So on that note, Cathaoirleach, I think the time is up. I thank you again, Minister. Unfortunately, as I said, I thank my colleague for letting me in early, because I will not be here later. I don't like leaving before I hear your summing up, but unfortunately I can't be here. Thank you.